Monday, October 2nd, 12:50 p.m., Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm with Dr. Rosalind Osgood, who's CEO of the Mount Olive Development Corporation, the nonprofit arm of New Mount Olive Baptist Church. This development corporation does community outreach and home mission in the 33311 zip code where the church is located. Dr. Marcus Davidson, the senior pastor of the church, just spoke with us about the food insecurity issues that were raised by Hurricane Irma. Dr. Osgood, I'm really interested in hearing from you what the immediate response to Hurricane Irma was from the Mount Olive Development Corporation.
Well, Hurricane Irma hit on Sunday, and we were without power at our development corporation and the 3 housing facilities that are on site. Immediately on Tuesday morning, we started to prepare meals for lunch for our clients. We have 32 residents that live with us, plus their kids, totaling somewhere around 47 individuals. All of those individuals, at least one person in the family, has a medical condition of being HIV positive. So it was imperative for us to make sure that food was available so that our clients could continue to take their medication. So we fed outside on the lawn. The church had lights, so we used the church's kitchen. The church is within 8 or 9 blocks of the Community Development Corporation. So we prepared a spaghetti dinner at the church, and we took it on site to the Development Corporation, which is on the heart of Sistrunk Boulevard in the core of the slum and blighted community here that God has placed us to do his work. And we began to feed our clients at first on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we increased the feeding to lunch and dinner for those clients because they had already begun to lose their food because now they were without power for 3 days. On Thursday, we provided lunch and dinner again for those clients, and we were able to give snacks that they could take home. We were contacted by the American Baptist Churches of the South and the Home Mission Society that indicated that they would make a donation to us of $5,000 to do our feeding. It was the God answering our prayers, because we were just out on a limb feeding without a budget, without resources, but the $5,000 allowed us to increase our capacity. So on that Saturday, we fed on site at the church, and we were able to give out 1,670 meals. We counted the containers. We had 2,000 containers. So the funding helped us to expand our capacity, that we were able to reach more of the poor people in the community. We followed back up on Monday and began to target a school, Lauderdale Lakes Middle School, which is a little farther west, but we were able to provide an additional 400 meals to the students there. And the $5,000 that we received from the American Baptist Home Missionary Society, it really helped us build our capacity, because we were able to take the $5,000 and get matches and leverage it, that we will now have enough food that we can feed 3 times a week for the next 2 weeks, as well as we had to put up one family in a hotel who ended up homeless and was sleeping in the car as a result of the hurricane. They showed up at the church for the Saturday feeding, and in a conversation, we learned that they were homeless. And because we had the resources from American Baptist, we were able to feed them. Today, we had a luncheon where we targeted our seniors. Many of our seniors have been impacted by Hurricane Irma because they live on a fixed income. They receive their retirement, their disability checks, and all of that at the beginning of the month. They lost their food, and now they're waiting until the next resources become available to them. Today, the luncheon here that was sponsored by the American Baptist Home Mission Society in conjunction with the United Way, who provided volunteers, was very important because it allowed us to do the basics of Scripture, which is fellowship or koinonia. We were able to bring our seniors together and break bread with a healthy organic meal to just show them that we care and we love them. In times like these, when we've had a hurricane, and although the winds and the storms have left us, our seniors are still struggling to find a level of normalcy. In conversations with them, you'll find out that times like this make them feel really lonely. It makes them reflect on death, and it sometimes causes them to grieve the loss of loved ones, or just being not in the same house in a immediate area with their children who are perhaps living in other states. So today we were able to bring in about 175 seniors, give them a good meal, have a good program with a motivational and devotional message. But we were able to do the work of Christ. We were able to once again move the gospel from the pulpit to the pavement. As people of God, it is very important that we continue the social gospel message of Jesus Christ, where we serve as God's hands and feet in times like these. So we are eternally grateful for the American Baptist Home Missionary Society and the resources that they provided to us. It allowed us to extend God's arms even farther in a community that was really impacted by the hurricane, where it caused the food insecurity. It increased the economic hardship, because most of the people here, 90% of them, live 100% below the poverty level. And it enabled us to do something special for our seniors that are oftentimes overlooked and marginalized in times like these.
Well, it's important to American Baptist Home Mission Societies to partner with organizations like yours around the country to do this kind of work. So thank you for being the hands and feet of Christ, and we're just honored to partner with you in that work. Thank you.
Thank you.